Trevor Phillips. The name alone conjures up images of mayhem, meth labs, and moments that make even the most seasoned GTA players ask, did that just happen? Whether he's rampaging through Los Santos in his tidy whities, or violently interrogating some poor soul with a monkey wrench, Trevor is often seen as the embodiment of chaos in GTA 5. But what if I told you that beneath the explosions, beneath the erratic tantrums, and beneath the unapologetic vulgarity, Trevor Phillips is actually one of the deepest, most emotionally complex characters Rockstar has ever written. I know, it's a bold claim. But let's peel back the layers, like an onion soaked in gas, and take a look at the beautiful disaster that is Trevor Phillips. The first time we meet Trevor, he's doing what any well-adjusted adult does after hearing about a friend's death. He murders a man in the desert and has sex with his wife on the grave. Normal grieving process. From that moment on, Trevor establishes himself as a wildcard, the ticking time bomb. If Michael is the repressed suburban dad, and Franklin is the hungry upstart trying to escape the ghetto, Trevor is the loud, greasy, meth-fueled middle finger to society. He represents the chaotic sandbox freedom that players often use to test the limits of the game's AI. Want to throw a grenade into a yoga class? Fly a plane into a strip club? That's a Tuesday morning for Trevor. But here's where Rockstar pulls the rug from under us. Trevor isn't just chaos for chaos' sake. That chaos is a defense mechanism. His outrageous behavior is the armor he wears to protect something he rarely reveals. A vulnerable, damaged, emotionally intelligent human being. Trevor's backstory, if you can stomach the delivery, is heartbreaking. He grew up in a broken, abusive household. His father abandoned him in a mall. His mother, who makes Cersei Lannister look like a warm hug, was emotionally manipulative and toxic to a psychic degree. This childhood trauma didn't create a villain, it created a sort of survivor. Trevor's volatility is a direct reflection of a man who's never been loved. He's been betrayed, abandoned, and mocked his entire life, so he preemptively burns every bridge before anyone can burn him first. In therapy terms, he's basically exhibiting attachment issues. And in Trevor terms, he's keeping it real with a sawed-off shotgun. The tragic irony is that Trevor craves connection. He wants family, loyalty, brotherhood, and the only way he knows how to keep those things is by threatening people with violence. It's like if Vin Diesel from Fast and Furious was raised by wolves and then injected with bath salts. Then you get Trevor Phillips. Now, one of Trevor's defining arcs is his relationship with Michael. Former bank robbing partner, fake death faker, and passive-aggressive frenemy, if we could call it that. Their dynamic is far more than just two ex-criminals with unresolved beef. It's essentially a toxic breakup narrative. Trevor doesn't just hate Michael because of the betrayal. He hates him because he loved him like a brother. You can't fake that kind of anger. You don't set fire to someone's house unless you were first willing to build a life in it. When Trevor finds out that Michael's still alive, it's not just anger. It's heartbreak. It's a wound ripped open by the one person he trusted. The one person who understood him. The one person who shared his life of crime, his life of dark humor, and his twisted sense of loyalty. So underneath all the threats and flying fists, Trevor's story is about love turned into fury, and Rockstar plays this straight. No satire, no punchline. Just raw, messy emotion, undercut by chaotic moments, like chasing a man through a desert in a golf cart. Now, believe it or not, Trevor does have morals. Not society's morals, but his own twisted code. And he sticks to it with terrifying consistency. He despises hypocrites, he's loyal to a fault, he protects the weak. Not always effectively, but he tries. He mourns Brad, he spares Wade, despite the fact that Wade has the IQ of a fruit fly. He even refuses to kill Johnny outright until he's provoked. And when he does kind of look a little sad about it, despite, the deranged reaction. And in one of the most overlooked scenes in the game, Trevor delivers a monologue about killing. He says, "I'm not a crazy man. I'm not a killer. I'm a patriot." That sounds insane. And again, it is. But in his mind, he's rationalizing the chaos as a necessary justice. A justice and a truth. Trevor's violence always has a target. He doesn't kill randomly. He kills people who betray him, people who lie to him, people who try to exploit him, or people who are condescending to him. In a way, he's GTA's version of, a meth lab. with no pants. Now, Rockstar's genius in creating Trevor lies in how they use him in order to satirize the world and satirize the player. You want to steal a tank and crash it into an orphanage? Trevor does that in-universe. He is the manifestation of what we, as the players, do when we boot up a GTA game after a long day of pretending to be well-adjusted human beings. But then, Rockstar dares to humanize him. They force us to see Trevor cry, to see him mourn, to hesitate before pulling the trigger, to love. They make us complicit in his violence, and then ask us, do you still think this is funny? Trevor Phillips is a living mirror, and what he reflects is uncomfortable. He reflects the player's thirst for chaos, but he also reflects the pain that's underneath it. And suddenly his nudity doesn't seem so funny anymore. I mean, it's still funny, but in a tragic way. Now, one of the most telling moments in the game is the final choice. Kill Trevor, kill Michael, or save both. Killing Trevor feels wrong, not because he's a good person, because he's not. Don't get it twisted, this essay is not here to defend Trevor. I'm not that psychotic. But it's because by the point in the game, we grow to understand Trevor. We see the boy abandoned in the mall, the man betrayed by his best friend, the war inside of him between love and rage. And Rockstar lets you pull the trigger anyway. But again, Trevor's death, if chosen, is quick but brutal. He dies burning, screaming, betrayed once again by the people he tried to hold on to. It's a poetic end, and it's devastating. But saving him, that gives him something he's never had. It gives him family. The dysfunctional trio of Franklin, Michael, and Trevor somehow works. Like a nuclear bomb held together with duct tape. In a game that mocks the idea of redemption, Trevor Phillips, of all people, actually gets the closest to it. Now again, Trevor is not the most likable GTA character. That's probably CJ or Franklin. He's not the coolest. That goes to Nico Bellic. But he is undeniably the most complex. He's a man broken by life, held together by rage and loyalty. He's a character who can make you laugh 1 second, recoil the next, and then hit you with a line so emotionally raw you forget you're playing a cartoonish satire of American capitalism. Trevor Phillips is the closest that GTA has ever come to Shakespearean tragedy. If Macbeth had an RPG and a mullet, you would get Trevor Phillips. Now, his story is one of abandonment, betrayal, and misplaced love. A man who never had a chance of being normal, so he became exceptional at being chaotic. So the next time you boot up GTA 5, and Trevor spawns in the middle of the desert, wearing nothing but boots, and holding onto a rocket launcher, remember you're not just controlling a lunatic, you're stepping into the cracked soul of one of gaming's most brilliantly written chaos characters. A man who defies every moral code, challenges every narrative trope, and somehow makes us care about people we should hate. Trevor Phillips is not just the chaos of GTA, he is GTA. And under all that madness, under all that chaos, he's heartbreak in human form.
Screw it!
Right there.
Shit!
Imagine having to put down your own brother.
Oh my god.
Oh. Died last time. Come on, let's go. Woo. Let's go. It's those father-son moments again. Oh, but now Freya's here as well.
That if you just build great games, everything would turn around.
And then the great games point is the one that I wanted to argue against heavily, because what is the point of your console if it's not for games? Like, what is the point of having a console if you're just gonna do Game Pass and cloud gaming? Like,